Well, hello and welcome people of the internet to another adventure. My name is Ganyonz and today we are checking out AFK chess. And if it's not clear that this is an auto chess like, well, I don't know what else would be obvious to you. So this game has been out on Steam, or at least in demo form, for a little bit, but there was a post from the developer on Reddit that I saw that basically he's been going through a giant visual overhaul of the game. When he initially built it, it was quite ugly and it was all functionality. The last couple months he's been spending a lot of time on the graphical style and graphical quality of the game, the UI, all the different pieces and so on. And so honestly, it was the first time I'd heard of it too. So I figured let's jump in. I have not played auto chess though, so I can't speak to like how similar the two games are, but I'm assuming that, you know, like any homage, it's going to have a lot of similarities. But for me, this is kind of like my first auto chess in the literal sense, where it's, you know, it's an auto battler, but it's literally around the game of chess. So let's go ahead and jump in. I've played a couple rounds here to get a feel for it, and the game is actually quite fun. So we'll go into play. We will choose the arena mode. Now the arena mode is going to play very similar if you've played a game like is it Backpack Battles or Backpack Hero? I always forget what the name, which way it is, but basically it's PvP, but not active PvP. So it's not like you need to constantly be paying attention because your opponent is going at the same time. Basically, we're playing previous versions of other people who have played this game. So in terms of UI, down here we have our health. We lose 5 rounds. We fail. We have our capacity. Each chess unit has a capacity of how much board space they take up. Once we have 6, we can place no more. And then we also have a hand size. So we're going to be buying cards or pieces from the shop over here, and we can hold cards in our hand. I keep saying cards because they look like cards, but they're pieces, so I'm going to get that mixed up. But basically, we can hold them in our hand to either play them later or upgrade units. Just like all auto battlers, we need a couple different pieces of the same type to combine. It will make a higher level unit. We also have different types of units. Well, we have different pieces, like pieces in chess. So these are all pawns right here, which we can see on the card itself. Bottom right of the little deuter there is a little pawn. You have in the top left the rarity of the piece. Not all pieces are the same rarity. So typically, like, pawns are all going to be common, but like rooks, for example, range from anywhere from, I think it's rare to legendary. There's common, uncommon, rare, epic, and legendary. You got how much gold it's going to cost, how much capacity it takes up on the board, and how much power. And the power, just like all auto battlers, is going to give you a synergy bonus. And so this unit would apply 1 to that value. So we'll see once we actually buy. So I'm actually going to buy, I'm going to buy into the merchants. The merchants I've found are a pretty good, like, starting faction or class to go with. So I'm going to pick up a merchant right here. Now, we could either buy another merchant pawn, which I'm going to do, or we could upgrade this one. I'm going to buy this one. In order to go from level 1, there's 3 levels you can upgrade to. In order to go from level 1 to 2, you need 2 additional pieces. To go from 2 to 3, you need 6, I believe. It's either 5 or 6. We can either buy XP. XP we get after every battle, but with each level, we get more capacity. I'm just going to re-roll. I'm just looking for more pieces here. Bishops are perfect. That is actually exactly what I was looking for, and it's on sale too. So sometimes you'll find pieces on sale. Every 3 mana. So some pieces are going to have mana attached to them. Not all, but some. There's going to be some kind of trigger that you need to do in order to build mana, and then they will use mana in order to get an effect. So every 3 mana spent, we will upgrade a piece, or upgrade 1 random piece. When a consumable is used, we get 1 mana on this piece. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the bishop. We'll put him on a white square here. Now, here we can see this is the bonus I was talking about. Currently, we have 4 power, right? We have 2 from the bishop, 1 for each of the pawns. So currently, we are at 4, which is the required amount. Buying merchant units or units on sale will reward you with additional items. Each level decreases the amount of purchases required to get an item. And items are not... these are technically items, but I believe it's actually artifacts, which will go up here. I think it's a little bit confusing, but they are kind of worded the same way. I think I've only played this class once, so forgive me if I'm wrong. We will see in the future. I'm gonna re-roll the. Actually, am I? No, I'm gonna actually give the bishop an additional power. That'll also build up there, build up some mana. And let's jump into the fight. I'm going to slow this down just so we can see how this works. So we only have 5 of our 6 capacity, but that's fine. The king here, neighbors in front cannot be discarded. Discarded is basically killed. Not in terms of the game. There are effects that can cause you to discard units. So now we have our opponent. They got a couple pawns, they got a bishop, they got a king, and then the game plays itself. Pieces move exactly like you would expect in chess, so if you are familiar with the game, you will be familiar with how pieces move. What I've noticed a lot, and I don't know, it might be somewhere on the screen, but I haven't been able to find it. I've noticed that a lot of games end in draws. I don't know if there is a turn limit or if your kings move in the same position too many times. I don't know what the trigger is for the draw, but I have noticed that there are a lot of draws. And draws do not count as a loss to either player. It is just, or I guess it wouldn't be a draw or a loss to them. So you see we didn't lose here, but we also didn't win, which is fine. It's basically just free resources. So I think I'm going to go ahead and take the health for wealth. Just some additional gold as we continually lose. If we lose, we'll probably lose a health or two. We can go for another pawn here. Which I think I'm just going to go for an additional pawn. I'm actually going to slide us over a little bit. One thing I've noticed is that a lot of people tend to play their units on this side. I don't know why, but I've just noticed that to be the case. Probably just because that's where the king defaults to, is over here, so they kind of build over here. And we can kind of take advantage of that by pushing our pawns up this way, because if a pawn gets to the end, it turns into a queen automatically, right? So let's go ahead and reroll again, just looking for some more pieces here. I might actually start building into... Oh, let's see. We can go ahead and... If we upgrade our bishop, it's going to spread the love around a little bit. I think I'm fine doing that. And when we upgrade, so we can right-click on a unit to see the upgrades. The effect is going to upgrade, but the capacity is also going to go down 1 each time, and the power is also going to go up. So you can see it's very important to upgrade your units because, you know, we're taking 2 capacity off. That's a lot. Capacity is very, very strict in this game, or so I have found. So let's go ahead. We're out of gold. Let's play again. I'm going to speed it up now. For the most part, you know, you don't really need to... I mean, if you want to, you can keep track of what's going on. I've played either on fast or turbo speed just to play it through. The AI, I'm not so sure about how good it is, to be completely honest, because I haven't been keeping full track. I have noticed there have definitely been turns that I was like, I don't know if I would have played that turn, but, you know, so it goes. So our pawns here, every two rounds... Or every round, they're getting a mana. Every 2 mana, we're drawing a bond. Each bond gives us gold, which is fantastic, because then we can use these, and every time we use a consumable, we get a mana, and every 3 mana, we upgrade... Well, don't fully upgrade a unit, but we give a unit 1 point of upgrading. So we can do that, dump that over. Let's see here. Now, unfortunately, he was out of mana, right? Well, you got to get to 3, actually. So, what else could we do? So you have the bounty hunters. Each round this unit's sell price, and that's not very good. We have the assassinite. Each win, we draw an assassin. That's is it assassin? Okay, I think that might actually... I think that's an assassin lancer. There are 2 other types of units in this game. There are lancers and there are gladiators. Gladiators are basically additional kings, except that they are not kings. And then there are lancers, and lancers just go straight forward. So they're kind of like handicapped rooks. You can think of them like that. I think I'm going to keep upgrading this because I want to reduce the amount of items and merchant units that I need to buy in order to get this benefit. Provide 1 power to 4 nearby units. I don't know that I care about that. I would like to find... Do I want the... Well, I can't even use the knight even if I wanted to, is the thing. 3, so I would need to upgrade... I need to level up twice. I might actually just take the assassin knight. Get some more lancers. Alright, I'm in. Let's upgrade. We'll upgrade, what, twice? Yeah, we need to upgrade twice. Okay, we can get the knight down. And we can put the knight... We can even put the knight in the... There's 3 rows that we can place in, not the front 2, like usual. So I'm going to do something like this. That way the knight is protected from discard. Actually, I should probably do something like... this maybe. So that way the bishop is also protected from discarding it. And let's go ahead and we'll reroll again, try and find something. When bought, draw a bishop that lasts 1 battle and costs 1. We have another pawn here. Go ahead and upgrade this. That was the wrong one. Start of round has 50% chance to summon a weak pawn that lasts for 1 battle. Okay, so I'm going to lock this in. So this is another indicator here, or another keyword that is obviously different from the game of chess. There is weak and enraged. So if we go up here, and there's a whole bunch of... There's no, like, tutorial. There's a very short tutorial. This is where you find all the information. Yes, it's a lot of reading. Yes, I read it all. Did I remember it all? No. But it's all here if you ever want to read it. So pieces have... you know, they're typical chess movements, but there are also weak statuses and enraged statuses. So if we look at the pawn, for example, pawn is pretty basic unit. Moves 1 tile forward, can only capture 1 tile diagonally. Exactly how pawns work. If a pawn is weak, it can no longer capture diagonally, can only capture 1 tile forward. So weak is very limiting. And if it's in range, can also move diagonally. So it kind of works the same for all other units, in that it is a slight debuff and buff to the unit's movement. Bishops, for example, moves and captures diagonally. Weak only has a range of 3 tiles. Excuse me. Can no longer go all the way across the board. Enraged can also move 1 tile horizontally and vertically, which is very interesting. So having enraged can definitely, like a queen can also move like a knight, is very interesting. So it's a little bit of a obviously different play on the game of chess, but it adds some variety in there. We could get more assassin units. I think though, like I said, I'm just going to lock in the necromancer bishop, because that will give us a free weak pawn. And even though it's not a great unit to have, it is just a free piece. And I'm never going to pass up a free piece. So I'm going to save my gold here. I'm not going to reroll here, and we'll just go. Okay, hopefully we can take out these 2 farther pawns here and not worry about them. All right, the knight's going in. Knight's taking... Oh boy, the king is doing his work. Now we got a queen, so we should be actually... Yeah, there we go. Little odd, you don't see that normally, kings taking kings, but there is no technical checkmate. The king does actually have to be taken. Gain permanently berserked knight. Interesting. Gain a random item now and a random item. So this, yeah, so this is like gain a random artifact now and get another one, because these are items. Every 7 rounds. I think, I don't know what, berserked knight, sure. Oh, it's not berserked, it's berserker. Got it. Okay, berserker is literally a class. I wasn't sure about that because I knew what berserker was. I don't know if that's a miss. I don't know if it's typed in wrong, because it says berserker augment. It might just be a typo. But okay, so that was kind of a poor buy. But that's fine. That's fine. So we're definitely going to buy this egg. Hatches into a random epic or legendary unit after 2 turns. It basically just sits in our hand, which is fine. We have an on sale necromancer bishop, which is very nice. So we need 3 units of space. So I am just going to buy these. We'll hold on to them for now. To 1 random unit. I might go for this as well. Let's see. So let me go ahead. I'm going to sell this. We'll grab this assassin here. And then let's go and do something like... Where are we at with these? I haven't figured out if there is a way to see the progress on a unit leveling up. So, for example, like these units here, I think it means that there isn't any progress, right? Because these units you can see it's 1 out of 2. I think that means there's no progress here. So fusing here isn't really going to do anything. It is going to give me 1 space, which I can then, I think I might do... Yeah. So I'm going to combine these, which gives me another space. I'm going to buy some XP, go to level 5, because then I can put an Assassin Lance on the board. And the assassin lances are a little bit weird because, again, they can only move straight. That being said, they're pretty good at just, like, basically killing something on the board. And I'm going to hold on to this one because I don't know if I necessarily want another one or I want to upgrade this one yet. Not sure. What we're building here provides a chance to discard enemy units. Least expensive units are targeted first. So you can see here that this is very powerful. If we get enough assassin units, we can basically take pieces off the board without even having to do anything. It's literally just from the start, get rid of them. Very powerful. All right, let's jump in. So we're going to hopefully, well, we're not going to kill the... Oh, okay, well, their bishop just... So you see what I mean? Like, the AI isn't the greatest. Like, we could have had our Lancer go up and take the spawn. Now, maybe there's another move. There's a lot going on here very, very quickly. So, hopefully, the AI knows what's best. But unfortunately, I think we're losing this one. Yeah, it's queen versus king. If anything, it's going to be a draw. Nope. Spoke too soon. All right, well, that's 6 gold. Okay, there's our bond. We can spend that. We got a couple necromancer. Let's see. So, we can go ahead and buy this. That's going to fuse into a level 2. Now, I need to get this down, though. And I don't really care for that. Provide 1 power. Okay, let's just keep building up this merchant. Try and build this up. We have a piece that's on sale. Provide discard protection to 1 nearby unit. I don't necessarily care about that very much. Okay, I think I do actually have to start working this up. Or, yeah, working it up, its capacity down. And I got to be looking for more, like... The pawns, I guess, don't really do anything. Bishop is fine. Bishop will definitely do. Let's see here. How are we doing? We need 1 more. We have 1 more capacity left. Not sure what the red indicator is. Undefended. Might be easily captured by the enemy. Got it. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Not too worried about that. Let's go... Let's keep rolling here. -1 cost to self on the rook. That might be reasonable. It also builds into the necromancer, which we're already kind of working on here. Eventually, if we can get the bishop down. And necromancer units have a chance to summon temporary weak copies of enemies that you capture in battle, which is kind of nice. Okay, start working on that. This is going to hatch next turn. Let's go ahead into battle. I might be spreading out too far here at the start, but I'm not finding a lot of merchant pieces. It's not looking good. Okay, draw. I will take draws. Draws are fine. Draws are fine. Let's go ahead and get our gold. There's another pawn. Let's go ahead and upgrade this one. Just get more money out of it. 1 power. Is there anything that I really care for power on? Ooh, I got an epic pyro bishop. When selling any level 2 or 3 unit, get 1 free reroll. I don't care about that at all. Okay, let's just keep rolling. Another bishop, another knight. Let's do the knight. That'll make it cost less. Now we can get this level 2 bishop in. Let's go ahead and do that. Make sure we have a white and black piece. Just keep leveling that up. More power. Let's go ahead and put power on the necromancer unit. Now we're at 4, so now there is a small chance of getting weak copies of enemies. Let's go ahead and roll 1 more time. Might as well just do +1 power. Let's go ahead and give +1 power to the necromancers, because I don't think I'm going to be building heavily into them. I might just go for this 1 more rook. And so I would need 2 more power. Okay, let's give it a shot from here. Oh, okay. This one, I'm assuming, should be pretty straightforward to win. Although, see, yeah, so, like, in this case, we draw. Like, I'm not sure. So, the thing is, like, I'm not sure if that is because it's a stalemate position or it was just too many turns went by. I haven't been able to figure out what is actually causing draws. Although, I should probably check here. Although, I don't remember seeing it anywhere. What draw conditions were. Battle, units, items, rarity, hotkeys, piece types. Yeah, there's nothing here. This is just list of class, list of all the items, units. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't actually know how that's working. So get a little bit more gold. Let's go. So there's gladiators, +1 power to a unit. Let's do that. We can put that on the necromancer. Again, we're going to spread this around a little bit. We need some more consumables anyway. We can level up a unit here. It is 4 gold, which is pretty expensive, but it's basically +2. So I'm going to go ahead and actually level up. I'm going to start working. Maybe I start working on the... no, I just keep working on the bishop. It's going to keep just passing around levels. Each round, grant -1 to a random unit for 1 turn. I think I'd rather have the Necromancer Rook. It's cheaper. Okay. Let's reroll one more time. See if we can find anything. We have Power Rune on sale. We can get another Lance. So let's get another Assassin Lance here, which will make it cheaper on the board. So there's the extra power we're looking for. So now once we get this down, we'll be able to get to 10. And I'm going to lock in that one. And definitely locking in the Queen. Yeah, we're definitely going to lock in the Queen. Okay, I'm going to save my golds. That way I can buy these 2. And let's go for it. Unfortunately, my pawn... I probably should have moved the pawn because the pawn's kind of trapped there. But hopefully we can protect... Yeah, this pawn should be... Okay, move forward. Oh, got it. It was being trapped. See, stuff like that. The chessboard is moving so fast that I can't keep track of stuff like that. That it was technically being pinned down. That space was being targeted. Each round gives 3 units random discard protection. Ephemeral units last 1 turn longer. Each time you use a consumable... Yep. Gain 1 XP. Yep. Definitely. You know what? Let's actually put... This is the free piece, right? Let's actually just put it up here. Ephemeral would have been good too. It would have just... I mean, it would have been okay. But this is definitely better. Each time you use a consumable, 1 XP. Like, this is a consumable. So we get 1 XP. Let's see. Let's see. Nice. So we got an Assassin Lance. So we want to buy the Queen. So let's do that. We'll buy a pawn. We're going to upgrade this pawn. Now, unfortunately, queens take up a lot of space, so that's a real issue for us, because we're very far off from actually putting this down. So at this point, I might just want to speed run some more space. Which, I guess, technically, doing this also works like that. Actually... No, I should have thought about that, because the only piece... Well, no. I have these 2 that I can upgrade. What I was thinking is pawns, they don't go any lower than 1. So because a lot of our upgrades are going to go here, they're kind of wasted. But if we catch some upgrades here, then that'll be just fine. Do the same thing. Get some levels. There we go. Might as well put down the Assassin Lance now, though, since we have the space for it. Okay, let's get her done. There we go. We assassinated that 1 pawn up there. Now, one of the things that's weird about the lances, right? Since they can only go forward, if there's only 1 unit in a column, they're only going to be able to take 1 piece. There are different items that you can grab that will allow you to see some of the enemy pieces. And so you can kind of use that to your advantage. There we go. So let's get some more gold here. Go ahead and upgrade this. So now it only costs 2. And we'll go ahead and put this down like right here, I suppose. There we go. Now we got our tier 2 Necromancer. 20% chance to copy weak units. Let's go ahead and move our assassins over here to keep our rook nice and open. Although, actually, I'm going to put a pawn in front of it, which might seem a little weird, but just in case there's like an enemy assassin lance, I don't want to just get snagged right off the bat. Could go ahead and start upgrading this. Fine with that. Try and get 1 free reroll. When bought, get 1 XP. When sold, get 1 XP. That's not great. Double the duration of 1 temporary unit. Well, it's a queen. Can't really afford to get the queen down anyway. 2 power to reunit. It's not the best consumable. Maybe I can find a better one. Enrages a unit for 1 turn and then weaken the turn after. So, let's take a look here. Lances can only move 1 tile. Can also move 1 tile horizontally. Only has a range of 3 tiles. Can also move 1 tile forward. Okay. Can also move and capture 1 tile diagonally. Only has a range of 3 tiles. Sure. Let's enrage you. Upgrade here. Almost there for a little bit extra gold. Let's spin 1 more time. And do I want to lock that in? I don't think so. Do I want to lock anything in? I don't particularly think so. Okay. Let's go for it. Let's get it done. Come on, team. Okay. That seemed like an awful place to put your king, but okay. Just completely unprotected. That works. That works for me. What do we have here? Gain a weak gladiator. Does this count as a consumable? Does. Okay, and we get a gladiator out of it. Let's go ahead and get a level up. We can go ahead and put a gladiator down. Let's also grab... What else do we want to grab? What am I looking for? I guess I can keep upgrading this knight as it comes up. Let's reroll here. Every pawn becomes enraged for 1 turn. It's a legendary item there. 8 gold. Fairly expensive. When buying a unit, there's a 25% chance to get 1 XP. No, at this point... Because again, I need to get this queen down. It's so expensive, though. So I think I just need to be worried about getting consumables to build this up, which can start spreading around. Or maybe I just need to start getting more bishops. That's probably what I should be doing. Rather than just strictly upgrading this, I probably should be focusing on getting another bishop. Okay, we'll do that. Because right now, only 1 bishop's doing the work. If I can get another one going, then we can start spreading around a lot of levels. Looks like a pretty succinct victory. Although it's hard to tell because sometimes you can be in a situation like this. Okay, we do get the win, but I've seen the game play out in situations like that where it still ends up in a draw. Because again, I think it just hits a turn limit. Okay, we'll definitely take the queen here. First, I got to take the gold. Definitely take the queen. Get 2 XP if you have more units than the enemy. Well, it is free, so I will place it there. Okay. +1 to a common unit. Let's go ahead and try and get the bishop up. Because again, if I find another merchant bishop, I'd rather play it, so I'll use that to level it up. Let's reroll anything. No. Do you have another merchant rook? Do we have... Wait, do we have a merchant rook? No, we don't have a merchant rook right now. Let's go ahead and reroll 1 more time, I think. there is a Necro Rook. I'm gonna go for the egg here. I'm gonna upgrade both of these. Oh, I didn't. Okay, that's my bad. I acted too quickly there. Why? But it says that he's level 2. Then why is he not upgraded yet? Oh, interesting. So you can get a level 2, like a rank 2 unit, but because he doesn't have the upgrade points, you still have to build him up from 1. Interesting. Okay, I didn't realize that. I have not had that situation come up yet, so I didn't know about that. All right, let's play her out. Nice. Our Assassin Lance got 2 units right off the bat, which is fantastic. This bishop's kind of running through us, though. Yeah, push him back. Fortunately, our pawns aren't going to be able to make it up. There we go. Nice little win. You also get bonus gold for a win streak. So you obviously want to be getting win streaks. You can see right here, there's a couple different things here. So win, loss streak. Streaking will earn you income. Getting a draw decreases your current streak by 2. Ah, I didn't know that. So there is a punishment for draws. Rewards per streak, and then you also have banking, interest earned on unspent gold. Every 10 gold, you get +1 from interest, although I would probably recommend you spend your gold. Okay. Yeah, so we technically got an upgrade there, but it didn't really do anything because the unit was already rank 2, but it just has full upgrade points now. Get additional gold. Still haven't been able to find +1 to any upgradable unit. Unfortunately, that's way too much gold that I'm willing to spend on this unit. And I don't really care about doing it for anything else. Huh. Okay, let's reroll. Ah, here we go. So let's put down this bishop. Put it on a capacity limit. Wait. Oh, it costs 3. Okay. So let's put it up here for now. Work on getting this up next round, and then we can play it. Very tightly knit group here. Unfortunately, they have a lot more bishops, and they have a queen. This one might be tough to win. Especially, okay, yeah, like no... yeah, that rook just completely walked through us. Okay. +2 power. Let's go. So let's start working on the assassin power now, since we're almost level 2. Here we go. We get that up. We can go ahead and do that. Get us up there. We'll get us another bishop. Let's go ahead and do something like this. I'm kind of trapping in my pieces, though. So let's do... Sure, something like that's fine. All right, so Necromancer Bishop, we can level that up. Where's our Necro? There. And what does this turn into? Summon 2 weak pawns. Okay, get that going. So now I want to just find consumables. Clone a selected unit. Clone lasts for 1 round. Now, I know this from last time. The clone actually just makes it a card in your hand. It doesn't clone it on board. So I'm going to look for a different consumable like that one, which we can go ahead and upgrade our merchant here. Trying to get that up. Okay, let's go to the next fight here. Come on. Come on. We should be good. As long as we can hold the side of the board, we can get our pawns up there. Like, this unit isn't doing anything. This definitely isn't doing anything. Okay, yeah. Easy win. Easy win. +1 capacity. Each time you purchase XP, you get 1 XP, so it turns it into 5. On the turn, you would be eliminated. Survive with 1 HP. All units. Yeah. All of these are really good, as you would expect from epics. But, I mean, Final Resistance is just literally saves you. It gives you an extra health and upgrades all your units, so why would I not go with it? Do have the Necro Rook, which we can take. We can upgrade a couple pieces here. I'm definitely going to take the Knight, because the Knight is almost fully maxed out. We had the Assassin Lance that was free. It was in our hand. Let's see. We also have this that we can upgrade. Let's keep working on this Bishop here. I think at this point... Ooh. We can enrage our pawns. For 8, that's a lot for 8 gold. I think I'm just going to keep looking for consumable items at this point. Start about, that's a really cheap queen, but again, I'm just not even close to being able to put a queen on the board. Replenish 1 to a unit. That seems really great. So I'm actually going to put it down here because this one's going to already get it from using consumable. And it gave the level up to itself. Replenish now, replenish mana here. Alright. Let's go. A lot of weak units here. That should help us out a little bit. Oh boy. Nope. Okay, we're good. We're good, I think. Yeah, there we go. Okay, 7 wins. Let's get our AAA bond for a bunch of gold, which is great. Passes out some more healing. Let's go ahead, level up. Or I said healing. I meant upgrades, but you guys know what I meant. I think, how much is this? This is 6. Oh, good lord, man. Really what I need to find another merchant queen. And then I just need 1 more level up. +3 power to unit. Let's go to... Let's keep going to assassins. Get this leveled up. Because once we get to 21, that's going to be real good. Real good. 100% chance to discard 1 unit. 50% chance to discard 2. And 25% chance to discard 3. Yeah. Go. We got another pawn. Yeah, let's keep going, upgrading there. Start working on the bishop here. Roll again. Nothing. There's more queens. Man, not giving me the queen I need, though. Not giving me the queen I need, though. Okay, so let's go ahead and put down our free gladiator here. I think I'm just going to put him over here on the side of the board. Okay, let's... Oh my god, that's a board. Yeah, that's... How do they have so many pieces? I guess because a lot of these pieces actually cost 0 is how they're getting so many. Oh boy, they just literally got a free queen. Okay, we just got demolished. That was rough. Okay, so we're going to spend a couple of these... Get some levels here. Get some gold. Sweet. This gives us our free assassin. Now, what do we want to do? Let's reroll here. Do have another Necro Rook. We could go enrage all our pawns. Let's go ahead and pull you back, actually. It is on sale, and a sale item will kick this down. Okay. Let's upgrade here. We do have another merchant knight. Do I even have a merchant? I don't even have a merchant knight. Which would be very useful. Okay, let's do this. I'm actually just going to get rid of the gladiator here. Put down a merchant knight. We go replenish mana. Replenish mana. I was hoping to get one level here, but we didn't. I think I'm just going to hold on to my gold. And, okay, hopefully we don't... Okay, this one's going to be tough, too. Unfortunately, our assassin lances are set up horribly, so they do literally nothing. And we lost very quickly. Okay, well, there's our item, so it has been used. +2 power... Everything is maxed out, so we don't really need it yet. Get a free lance unit. Sure, I will take a free lance unit. Let's get this pawn out of here. Get him out of the way. Square not allowed. Of course it's not, because it's grayed out. Let's see. So let's actually push you up. This only gets me to 5. And then I can't get the queen down. I can if I get rid of a lance, but then I'm, you know, short off my assassin points. Or actually no, I'm not, but then I'm getting rid of a permanent unit. I don't know that I necessarily want to do that. So, what does that mean? Keep leveling up here. That's not great. Okay, so we can buy the queen, which upgrades. Now it's 5. Now I think I'm going to get rid of the knight to get down the queen. We're still okay here. Keep going, keep upgrading. Nice, so we just saved 2 capacity, so now we have room for 2 more. So, what other class do we want to go with? Upgrade, get 3 gold. Hydra's okay. This is nice. I'm going to take a free assassin lance. So let's just clear this whole side of the board, potentially. I'll hold this for later. What other unit would I want to go with? Or what other like class would I want to go with? I'm not sure. But I'm going to hold on to the power rune until I know. Wow, these are literally useless. Well, I guess that's not true. I guess units could pop over to this side, so it's not a complete crapshoot. But okay, that was very fast loss. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes you just get really, really fast losses like that. But, you know, so be it. It's one of those things where even if you build perfectly, which obviously I'm not suggesting that we did build perfectly, but because you can put your... It's not like a typical game of chess where you can put pieces wherever you want. It is completely possible to kind of cheese your opponent, like unknowingly cheese your opponent, right? There's obviously a difference between intentionally cheesing someone and unintentionally cheesing someone. And in this case, you could just have kind of like we did in one of the previous matches where our assassin lance just ran forward and literally killed their king because their king was just placed in a extremely poor position. Stuff like that can happen. So, you know, there was probably a way that I set up my units poorly and, you know, we just got run into and I had no way to defend from the attack. That was probably my bad, you know, still figuring out the games. Placement is very different, right? I'm still kind of thinking of it in a chess mindset, doing things like, you know, putting bishops on alternate color squares and there's a lot of like old chess habits that are seeping in, and it might not always be the best way to build the board. You know, figuring out where best to put your assassin lances. That one's kind of tough because, again, it like literally depends on where your opponent places their pieces, and because you can't really predict where they're going to do so. Like, for example, the previous 2 runs I did off camera before actually playing is why I mentioned that basically everyone's playing their pieces over to the left, and then in this run, everyone's now playing their pieces over to the right. Like, it was a complete inversion from what I experienced before. So, you know, stuff like that can happen. It's obviously not a game that is a perfect strategy game. There is quite a bit of randomness, and, you know, stuff like that happens. But in terms of the actual game, I actually think this is a really sweet game. Again, I can't speak to how similar it is to actual auto chess. I've never played auto chess, so I can only, and not that it would be fair to compare it strictly to auto chess, but I can just speak on this game as for, you know, how good it is standing on its own merits. And I think it's pretty fun. It has, you know, it has a lot of elements that we've seen from other auto battlers. I like that it's not just strictly chess movements. So you have a little bit of adaptation with the weaken and rage system, all the synergies. Some of the wording on the synergies is a little strange compared to what it actually does. So, okay, so if we go to learn here, for example, and we come down, no, I want to go to class. So if we go to classes and we go to Hydra units captured in battle have a chance to split into copies of themselves. Copies are tiered. So I guess actually reading this and understanding it, the copies don't go onto the board. They are returned to your hand as copied versions. So something like that, I would like to see just worded a little bit differently, where it just says, has this chance to split into a copy of themselves and then placed into your hand. Something like that would be nice, just to have some like clarification moments. There was another one that was doing the same thing, I think. Well, I suppose there's, okay, so another thing that it is technically clarified in the rules, but based on how, so one of the things that games, I think, most do for the ease of player is that they use terms that are kind of standardized for different things. So for example, everyone kind of uses mana as a resource because everyone understands what mana is, because everyone uses mana in the same way. One of the words in this example here is discard. Discard, if you read the actual rules down here, some cards can discard, removing units from the board before battle begins. So it is defined here as what it actually does. But because of the fact that you have a hand, like there's two like game areas, right? There's the cards in your hand and there's the pieces on the board. But because discard is kind of a standardized word for getting rid of a card from your hand, it's a little bit confusing in that sense. I almost think that there should be a different keyword than discard for this effect, just so that way there's less chance for confusion for players. Again, it's clearly listed in the, you know, in the tutorial word bank here, but it's just something that you could do as kind of quality of life to help players out. Another really cool thing that I actually didn't mention, so there is a leaderboard. It is kind of short. It's a pretty short leaderboard, and there's not a lot of like sorting or anything you can do about it. But if you want to check out what other players are doing to see how you can improve your own game, you can click on the top players. It will pull up like their ELO, all that kind of stuff. It'll pull up a bunch of their, basically like a lot of their past rounds, and you can go into their past round and literally watch them play turn by turn. Replay may be outdated. Some actions may not render properly. Well, that was not what I was expecting. Let's see if we can go to another one. Let's go to IK98. Let's go to this last round, last 13 minutes, which is crazy fast. Error detected. Okay, well, that is unfortunate. Let's see if it loads up at least. But basically, it is a real-time playback of what they're doing. You can go up here, you can go just jump through rounds, you can change how fast it's playing, you can see how many actions were taken, and actions are everything from actions in-game, buying pieces, using consumables, all that kind of stuff is all here. Merging pieces. That's all these actions, so you can see how many actions it took to win. Yeah, something's going on, but I can assure you that it did work about an hour and a half ago when I tried it. But it's a really cool feature that if you want to learn a little bit more what other players, you know, the better players that are playing, what they're doing, it's a cool little feature. I really dig that that's in here. But other than that, I mean, it's a sweet game. If you like, you know, chess style games, if you like auto battlers and you're looking for a different take on one that's, you know, in the auto battler family, definitely give this one a try. Currently, it's slated for a 2024 Q4 release. Right now, there is a free demo that you can check out. If I think I mentioned it at the beginning of the video, but if I didn't, link and all that will be down below in the description. But what did you guys think about the game? Let me know down below in the comments. And if you like this one, make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Here we play all kinds of roguelikes, roguelites, deck and dice builders, tactical strategy games, auto battlers, and so much more. But guys, I've been Ganyonz. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see y'all next time.